The Raptors throwing it back this week. The first time they had a throwback game. That meant the white, old school dinosaur on the front jerseys that everyone hated 24 years ago that we love now. And the all purple court. Just beautiful. I was in the house. It was amazing to see the throwback. The fans were coming out with their old purples and stuff as well. I rocked a hat that had my name underneath, that sweat stains from when I was 8 years old. It was amazing. Your thoughts on throwback night, Deej?
Well, rewind to 95 was a massive success. Only getting it 6 nights a year, and I'm saying I'm here for more.
Yo,
like, why is that not just one of the alternates moving forward forever and ever? Amen. Remember when Tim Lewicki came here and people were talking about the uniform, the colors, the jerseys? Nobody's saying any of that now.
Because the team is good.
Well,
and
that helps.
Old is
that
new
helps.
again, right? In 2019, in fashion, it's okay to be vintage. It's okay to be retro. Oh my God! And Kyle Lowry was retro in his play as well, and he has been for the better part of this season, just doing everything on the court. It was I can't get over how nice it would. Like, this is what I mean. Like, it is my phone background right now, just because I needed that purple to like be sitting there. You can't see that, but it's real.
Ooh, that's a brave man showing the phone, because you get a push alert. We're live.
Nobody texted
I would
me.
have never done that. That must be the burner.
That's the real phone. I got one. How about our Danielle Michaud getting the viral answer of the year from, again, Kyle Lowry. She asked him what he thought of retro night.
And the throwbacks, we all remember you wearing it during the parade. What do you think of the 95 rewind?
It's sexy.
Right? I like it. Thanks, Kyle. Fellas?
It's the right word.
It's the right word. Strong response, and like a politician, done talking, just gave her the smile and the walk-off. They were sexy, and also, let's put some respect on the name of those shooting shirts, which were also fire.
Sell them,
the
please.
socks
The
were fire.
I want the socks.
Like,
I want the socks. Who do I have to talk to get some of those socks, is all I'm saying. Beautiful.
Don't be the guy, though, who comes to the run with the socks with the NBA logo, but then has a G League game. Don't be that guy. Just wear them casually.
All right. Another part of that game, of course, was Pascal Siakam doing Pascal Siakam things. We've seen it through the first part of this season. I said last week on this show, right? You remember, we asked who has to step up for the Raptors in order for them to take another leap. And I think you maybe scoffed a little when I said Pascal, because he had just come off winning Most Improved Player. And so it's understandable to question maybe, well, how is this guy going to do even more? I knew there was another gear there, and we're seeing it with Pascal this year. Your thoughts on Siakam's early play after signing that big extension, securing the bag?
Yeah, I've been turned, right? And I've always been part of the congregation that loved me some Pascal, but now I'm saying all NBA might not be enough. Assuming they keep this team together and they keep winning, why can't he be an MVP conversation type guy? I know that sounds crazy, but look at the numbers he's put up. The fact that this guy is hitting 5 threes in a game when his redshirt season in college, he took 15 all year.
It's not even about hitting 5 a game, it's where he's taking them from as well, right? He was known as the guy that stood in the corner, waited for a pass, and hit those threes at a pretty good rate last year. What I like this year, the passing game has improved, as we see here. That's one element of his game that I think is much more different. The ball is going through Pascal Siakam, and then this. The above the break three, something we saw is very little to none of in Pascal's first 3 seasons in the NBA, unless he was late in the shot clock. It is now a consistent part of his game to the tune of 75% of the 3-point attempts he's taken this season have come from above the break. If he adds that element to his game, on top of the passing element and running the point, which the Raptors trust him to do a little more this season, there might be no stopping this guy, which, again, considering where he came from and how he didn't touch a basketball until like 8 years ago, that's why I said this is the guy that's going to make this team go.
I'm glad you brought out the 3 specifically, because it's not just him taking them and making them. He hit 37% last year, but he shot 40% from the corners. Now he's shooting them from everywhere and off the dribble, not just catch and shoot. The only thing that needs to change, and holler at me in the comments if you agree, he is a flat-out star.
Yeah.
He needs to get a star whistle at this point.
Yeah, the calls have been bad. Offensively, defensively, it's been unfair.
Every night. And I think he needs to start getting some star calls.
I want to talk very quickly just about the Raptors bench. We know the starting lineup's produced, but Nick Nurse doesn't go very deep beyond that 7, sometimes 8 guys only playing. It's obviously going to catch up to them. What have you been What's your impression been of the second unit players so far?
What second unit?
Yeah.
There hasn't been one.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going there.
Not long ago, they had the bench mob, which killed other second units. I'd love to see another bench mob.
I'm just not sure it's there yet. That's it.
Well,
I don't think it's there,
if they don't play.
Yeah.
Rondae and Stanley, who were supposed to be the big guys to fortify that bench, are playing less than 5 minutes a night. Terrence Davis is the only real support guy, other than obviously Serge and Norm, who have played in all 4 games.
Matt Thomas had a game.
One. And then we didn't see him.
One.
So he plays 20 minutes one night, doesn't play any at all. I think for this team to go where it needs to go, the bench needs to play.
I think Nick Nurse will loosen up on that a little bit more. Again, the bench pieces, they're all relatively new. And we heard what Nick Nurse had to say prior to the season on the additions of Rondae Hollis-Jefferson and Stanley Johnson. Flat out said they weren't ready, and he's proving that by not playing them so far. Now, I wonder, DJ, and go with me on this because it's been in the headlines a little bit this week, okay?
Talk to me.
You can miss me on conversations about depth if your team's got Pascal Siakam, maybe OG Anunoby, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Maybe not as unbelievable as people may suggest, because for the second time in a week, we got a headline saying Toronto amongst the favorites, or on the short list at least, for Giannis Antetokounmpo if he hits free agency in 2021. This is the first one from Mark Spears, would put Toronto on the short list for Giannis to consider. You can't leave money on the table. When you're his age, you can make money elsewhere. Fine. John Hollinger on Wednesday in The Athletic saying Toronto considered maybe one of the favorites again. So the general headlines are the same. Thoughts? It's exciting, for sure. It's also early.
So you've heard of fake news?
Okay.
That's no news. Because you know how many teams are interested in Giannis? All of them.
28 others maybe, Suns, Milwaukee, Toronto.
And you know how long we've known that the Raptors and Masai Ujiri are interested in Giannis? Like forever, since we've known about
But
Giannis.
does it validate the claims even more now that 2 credible reporters have come out in the last week and say, hey, don't sleep on Toronto?
Listen, Danforth, stand up. They're going to try and recruit him, no question. But this has more to do with what happens in Milwaukee. The fact that they went all in on both Lopez twins. The fact that they gave Bledsoe some bad money that they can't take back, and they had to say goodbye to Brogdon. That team can't get better. So if he isn't able to win
I don't know if they can't get better. How is Toronto going to get better until their executive made some moves to make them better? They have 2 years to figure that out, and I think in Milwaukee, the executive team there is going to do everything they can to make sure that team is as good as it can be over the course of that contract until it expires in April 2021, or what they hope is June 2021, when they're playing for the finals.
How'd that work for Cleveland, keeping LeBron?
No, but
Twice.
that's different. That's
How'd
LeBron
that work for Kevin Durant
Come on.
in Oklahoma City? Listen, these guys left money on the table to go somewhere and win. Giannis can make more money from the Nike checks, and on his shoe, the check is backwards, but it's still fire. He's gonna make more money from Nike than he is in the league, so he can leave money in order to win. And if the Bucks don't win,
it's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money he's leaving. 5 years, $250. Milwaukee can go. That's $50 a year. Nobody could give him 5 years, by the way. Nobody could give him more than 40 something a year. That's like almost $100 million over the course of a contract.
Is his career gonna be over in 5 years?
No, but again, you just never know how sports work.
Do you know how much money you could make in this country as a Greek star of the Raptors? Masai Ujiri is like Giannis, it's beat nuts. It's off the books this year. You're gonna make so much money off the court, it's not even gonna matter. He's gonna make a lot of money off the court in Milwaukee?
Bro, the league is global now. Although we do know that Masai tried to trade up for the pick that eventually was Giannis Antetokounmpo a few years back, and then ended up going with, a year later, Bruno Caboclo.
Yeah.
Because he thought maybe there's another gem.
It's the one that got away, and he's gonna be all in to get him here again.
It's exciting when you see that, eh? That's the plan is for 2021. The cap space is free in 2021. Pascal signed only, and Norm Powell, but they can get rid of that. So some excitement there.
Freaky Greeky. Taste of the Danforth is real.
We got some good recos. All right, about a week into this season, what's caught your eye beyond the stuff that we've talked about Raptors-wise?
Oh, I'm here for the petty, I'm here for the drama, and I'm here for the predictable. Kyrie Irving already starting some stuff in Brooklyn. Listen, first of all, the hashtag is We Go Hard, which is so predictable. Jackie Mack had a
fake deep as him.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Jackie Mack had a story with great anecdotes about the fact that he doesn't want to take his hat off in team pictures. He's not letting the team physicians put tracking data on his body. He's just being difficult for no reason. He's so extra.
Touch my heart, hope to die. Love you. Love you, Brooklyn.
Here. You're not even from Brooklyn. You're not back home. You're from New Jersey, which is on the other side of the river. Kevin Durant will learn that the side chick is a side chick for a reason. He should have stayed with Steph Curry. Instead, he's got headaches. Kyrie's beautiful. He's a beautiful player, but you don't want to wipe that up.
Donovan, you're good for one side chick reference a week, and I'm here for all. Do you have like a list, a Rolodex of like side chick references, or like? That's good, man.
I just never had.
Also, are you okay?
The ability to have a side chick in my life.
Okay,
so
yeah, we get
I'm
it.
living
We'll have to-
vicariously through this medium.
Okay, no more side chick because you're eating up my time here. I want to shout out the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Okay.
Not Andrew Wiggins, though.
What?
Although I'm digging the new haircut.
Fourth quarter wigs, it's a thing.
Yeah, 1 game only, 1 quarter only. New haircut also on Karl-Anthony Towns.
Whoa.
And new style of play as well. My guy is averaging 9.7 3-point attempts a game. He's their center, by the way, hitting them at over a 40% clip. And I'm not just talking about regular pull-up threes. I'm talking about stuff like this, as in like a little hezzy, a little step back,
Draw
a little try to draw a foul.
Okay,
there.
Harden. Oh.
Yeah, he is a big man James Harden right now. A big man James Harden. Instrumental in obviously them going 3-0 to start the season. If I had to pick an MVP a weekend, it'd be Karl-Anthony Towns.
Okay, well, he tried to recruit D'Angelo Russell, didn't get him, so just took his hairstyle and his game, apparently. I see you. Do the headman.